Hello, creative minds. Welcome back to Style by Marvel Greg and Happy New Year. Today's project, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make this beautiful, easy shift dress, just like you see here. Now, this dress has a stylish neckline, just like you're seeing here, and a stylish collar with a rope, and it also has a stylish sleeve as well, just like you're seeing here, and it also has a slit at the down area and also an elastic at the waist area. Now, if this sounds like what you're interested in, then do well to watch to the end, as I'll be showing you how I went about creating this beautiful dress. So before we go ahead, I'll let you know that we now have a channel for beginner friendly tutorial. That's a total beginner. If you don't know anything about how to make a dress, how to start, we have a channel for that now. So you can go ahead and click on the channel. So I will share with you in the first week and second week and also third week of February, I'll be sharing with you how to go about making your basic bodies and all of that. So just click on the link and join the WhatsApp group if you're interested, and it is totally free, and this will run for only 3 weeks in February. Do well to share to your friends or anyone you know will be interested, as this year I intend to also share my knowledge with you and also help you to be able to make dresses yourself and also make money this year. So if you're interested, like I said, don't forget to click on the link. I also have other links in bio as well for you to click on, whichever one you're interested in. Don't forget to also join the community if you want to request a tutorial, and also join my membership so you can be able to request any tutorial you want of your choice. Without further ado, let's get right into the cutting, the sewing of this beautiful dress. Don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials like this, and like I said, don't forget to join the community. And you can do this by just clicking on any link in the bio, and I'll also include it in the comment section. I'll pin it, and let's get right into it, guys. So for this project, I used an African print, and because the length is usually shorter, I folded it in a way that will accommodate a longer length for me. So whichever length you want, just fold your fabric into two like this, and after folding into two, I have a total of 22 inches, and the length is about 55 inches. So if you want your shorter, you can go ahead and measure it the way you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and begin our basic measurements input. But before I go ahead, I'll just go ahead and rule a straight line, which is going to serve as our shoulder line. So that straight line is where I'm going to begin all my measurements from. So I'll just rule it across for you to see clearly. So from that point, I'll go ahead and measure my shoulder line that I'm working with, and I'll mark it. Then this is a cut together sleeve, so I'm just going to mark I wanted a long sleeve, so if you want a short sleeve, you can go ahead and leave it at 14 inches. So I'm going to be adding an extra about 6 inches there. By the time I'm done cutting, my fabric was not enough, so you can go ahead and leave yours, depends on what you want. So for the neckline, I did 3.5 inches and I marked it. Then for the back, I went 1 inches and I curved it just like so. I went 1 inches. Then I went ahead to connect to my shoulder slope of 1 inches that I marked at the other end, just like I'm doing here. So this is just basically basic drafting that we always do. So I'm just going to mark my bust point and highlight it there. So from that bust point, for my sleeve opening, I'm going to be doing about 11 inches. So you can do more or less depending on how wide you want it to be. So I went ahead to mark my 11 inches. Then at my bust point, what I did is I marked my bust point again, and I went ahead to rule a straight line across, just like I'm doing here. And after doing that, I'll mark my round bust measurements. And after marking my round bust measurements, because this is a free dress, I'm going to be including extra 3 inches. So that 3 inches is going to serve as my joining allowance as well, and also for ease. So I'll just mark 3 inches. So you can do 2 inches, or you can even decide to do as high as 4 inches. Totally depends on you. So after doing that, I'll just curve it like I did to my sleeve. So I measured totally what I have there. day, I think I had about 14 inches. So that 14 inches is what I'm going to be marking all through the length of my dress. So I'll mark that 14 inches all through the length of my dress, and I'll go ahead and keep doing this. So before we go ahead, I just wanted to measure, because there's going to be like an elastic at the waist area, so I'm going to measure that much later. So I'll just connect it first all the way down, just like I'm doing here. I'll connect the 14 inches all the way to the down part. So if you want yours to be A-line at the down part, you can increase your length at the hemline. So this is what we have. So the next step now is basically to just cut it out. So I'll just go ahead and cut out my neckline first, then I'll go ahead and cut my shoulder line. So when I'm cutting my shoulder line, I'll just leave about 0.5 inches for the joining of the shoulders, just like I'm doing here. I'll do that, and I'll go ahead and cut the down part. So after cutting the down part, the next step is to measure my waistline. So the waistline I'm working with is 18 inches. So I'll measure my waistline and I'll go ahead and notch it. That point is where I'm going to be fixing my elastic for the back piece. So this is the piece I'll join to my sleeve, because I want a longer sleeve. So if you want your sleeve not to be long, you can just leave it this way, and it's going to also come out really nice. So I'll just measure my waistline and I'll go ahead and notch it. So that is where I'm going to go ahead and impute my elastic. I'll do that, and we'll go ahead and cut for the back. That's for the front. This piece is for the back. So now we'll go ahead and cut for the front. So I've gone ahead to fold for the front exactly the same way I folded for the back. So I'm just trying to align everything in place, just like I'm doing here. The next step now is to go ahead and place my back piece. I'll just go ahead and place my back piece on this front piece. But before I do that, I'm going to be marking 1 inches all the way from the top part to the down part, because of my slits. So remember when I showed you the dress, it had a slit in front. So this is how I achieved it. So I'm just going to do this because of the slit I want in front. I'll go ahead and mark this 1 inch all the way down. Then I'll go ahead and place my back piece starting from this white line that I've marked on the fabric. So I'll place it like so, and I'll go ahead and work on our neckline. So basically the difference between the front and the back is just the neckline and the slits. So I'll place it neatly from that, away from the beginning. That's where I'm placing the back piece, is exactly on that white mark I made at the front, and I'll go ahead and pin this all the way so it doesn't shift while I'm imputing my measurements. And I'll go ahead and work on our neckline quickly. So for the neckline of the front, I want it to be more deeper, so it depends totally on you. I'll just mark where the neckline will stop. Then for the deepness, I went by about I'm going to be doing about 12 inches. So that's how deep I want my neckline to be. So you can make yours shorter, and it's a v-neck, and I want it to be curvy. So I'm using the curve part of my roll, just like I'm doing here. I'll just use the curve part of my roll to just curve it all the way to meet to that point. And that's basically it, guys. We're done. So I'll just go ahead and cut it out. So I'll cut it out like so, and I'll go ahead and cut out just like I've done. Then I'll go ahead and open up the zipper parts. Sorry, I'll open up the slits parts. So I'll cut off the shoulder just like I've done here. Then I'll go ahead and open up for the 1 inches for the slit we left. So I'll open it up, and after opening it up, I'll just go ahead and cut for the sides. I'll go ahead and cut. So that's how I'm going to fold it when I'm folding the zipper. That's the slit points 1 inch. So I'll just go ahead and align everything, and I'll cut out following the shape of the back piece, and I'll also cut out the sleeve for it to align. So like I said, I wanted the longer sleeve, so I will be attaching more fabric to the sleeve area only. And I also go ahead and cut interfacing for both the neckline of the front and back. I'm cutting this interfacing because we'll use it to cover up our design much later. So I'll join the shoulders and come back. So this is the interfacing for the front and interfacing for the back. So I'll just go ahead and join them together and keep it aside. So this is how it looks like. This is for the front and this one is for the back. So I'll just go ahead and join it together. So I'll join it together like so. I'll pin it like this, and I'll go ahead and stitch with about 0.3 inches. So when you're cutting it out, leave about stitching allowance. I'll go ahead and join it, and I'll keep that aside. Then I have like 3 long strap here. So the essence of this strap is to create the collar I want. So this is a different kind of collar. Yeah, if you don't want this kind of collar, you can just do the normal collar. I have a tutorial on the channel on it already, but I wanted something different. I wanted to create something different, so I have 3 different straps of about 1.5 inches here. And what I'm going to be doing with this different strap, just watch and see how. So one of the strap, I've gone ahead to fold it into 2, which is now giving me about 1.2 or thereabouts. So the one that I folded, the ones that I've not folded is 2 different straps. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark away about 3 inches or even 4 inches away before I start imputing the folded one. So the folded one, I'm going to be pleating it around this strap. So before you cut out your strap, ensure that you've measured your neckline all the way around. Yeah, measure your neckline all the way around, then go ahead and impute it. So my strap was very long, so I ended up even cutting because I had excess. So I'll just go ahead and pin it down, then I'll go ahead and fold it. So I'm going to be pleating it, like just giving it like kind of pleats. I'm going to be doing this all the way. Just watch the way I'm doing, you will understand. So I'll do it on just one strap. So you remember I have 3 straps. So after pleating this one on one of the strap, the other one is to use to close up the edges. Okay, so like I said, ensure that you go ahead and measure around your neckline to be able to go ahead and do this. So just measure around your neckline, and whatever it is you have, you can add extra 4 or 3 inches for it. So it's better you have excess than for it not to be enough to go around your neckline. So I'll go ahead and pleat this on one of my strap, and I'll come back to show you how we're going to use the 3rd strap to close up the rough edges. So the rough sewing edges, I'm going to place it just like this. So this is very easy, it's very simple. Yeah, so I'll do that and I'll come back. So I'm gonna head to pleat it. You can see how it's looking. This is how it's looking. So I'm going to open it up like this. You can see how by the time we fold the collar, that's how it's going to be. So for the 3rd strap, we're now going to use the 3rd strap to close up the rough edges. So you see the 3 strap that I've cut out, we've used it. So that's the essence why I cut out the 3 strap. So I'll just go ahead and use this to close up the down parts. Okay, so don't close up the side because we're going to be inserting a rope on the side. So I'll just go ahead and open it up just like this, and here we have our beautiful collar. Okay, so sometimes you just have to be creative and do something different, and like I said in my previous videos, the outcome might come out nice and some might not come out, but then again, creativity is one of the beauty of being a fashion designer. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut out my excess. So I had excess after measuring my round neckline, and I went ahead to cut this out. So next now is to go ahead and place my neckline, my collar, and I'm going to go ahead and mark the midpoints. Remember, this dress, we've only joined the shoulder, so it's just the shoulder I've joined. So I'll just go ahead, and you can see that the sides are open, so I'll mark the midpoint and I'll go ahead and stitch this collar all the way. Okay, so this collar did not cover around the whole neckline. It has about 3 inches. You can see it didn't cover all the whole the whole neckline. Okay, that's the kind of design I want, and that is why I also cut out interfacing for the neckline. So I've gone ahead to stitch it. This is how it's looking. So after stitching it, you can see, so now we have our casing for the rope. That point, I'm going to now go ahead and introduce our interfacing. Then I'll go ahead and stitch this to cover up all the rough edges all the way. So this one is going to cover all the way to the end of our neckline, just like you can see. And I'll go ahead and stitch this, and I'll fold it and give it a very good press. So you can stitch this with a hemming gum. So this is what it's looking like. You can see how it's looking like. So go ahead and weave the edges. So this part, I'm going to pass rope on it much later. So that's basically what we have. Go ahead and give your collar a very good press. Like I said, if you don't want this kind of collar, you can go ahead and do the normal collar, or you can just make your dress like that. It's still going to come out really nicely. So after doing this, now the next step is to go ahead and work on our elastic at the waistline. Okay, so for our elastic at the waistline, remember we've already notched the waist point where we want it to be. So now I'm going to introduce a strap first. I'm going to go ahead and sew this strap. This strap is about 1.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and stitch and cover it up and make a casing for our elastic. So after doing that, this is my elastic. So my elastic, I think I have about 7 to 8 inches or even more. It totally depends on what you want. So you can go ahead and measure your waist area divided by 4 and add about 1 or 2 inches to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass my elastic all the way. The elastic I'm using is 1 inch elastic, and I'll go ahead and pass it all the way and top stitch the edge. So this is what it looks like by the time I was done. You can see how it's looking. So the next step now, I've also gone ahead to attach like an extra for my sleeve. So now I'm going to go ahead and smoke this part. I'll use an elastic thread to give it that smoke. So this is what it looks like by the time I was done smoking it. You can see how it's looking beautifully. I've done that for the both sleeves. So the next step now is to go ahead and close up the sides. So I'll go ahead and close up the sides, both sides of my dress first before I work on the slits. So I'll close up the sides, this side and the other side. I'll close it up neatly, and I'll also fold the down part as well. So after doing this, the next step is to work on our front, and which is very easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and open it up so that you can see the front. Then I'm going to measure how long I want my slit for the front to be before I close it down. So when I get to that part I want my slit to start from, I'll top stitch and I'll go ahead and fold it out. So I'll just measure how long I want my slit to be. So I think I measured about 19 inches for my slit, between 19 to 20 inches for my slit. Then I'm going to go ahead and close up the front all the way to that point I've marked. Then I'll go ahead and top stitch on that point. Then I'll fold this down part for my sleeve. So I'm going to just fold it using hemming gum. So you can use your thread to stitch it, depends on what you want, but I use the hemming gum to just iron it close neatly. And this is what it looks like. You can see how it's looking, and our dress is ready, guys. I hope you learned something. I'm also going to go ahead and include my rope on that part, and that's basically all for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll definitely be seeing you in my next video. Subscribe for more. Bye.